absolutely excited and delighted because I have my wonderful soul sister Nina here today. I'm Danra from Soul Illumination with Danra, and I've been buzzing all morning because we did our first live on Friday, and all of a sudden we're being thrown into the YouTube world, and absolutely Nina needs to be on her own channel, and
Yes.
everybody listen to everything she says every day because she's absolutely wonderful.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah,
That's so
so
sweet.
grateful that we met finally.
Me
Um,
too.
so Nina, you look like you're somewhere far more warm and cozy than I am in Vermont. Do you want to let people know where you are?
Yes, I am actually at the Natural Bridges State Park here in Santa Cruz, California. I am from California, so I only live about 35 to 40 minutes from any beach around here in the Bay. So I frequent very much so, and we've been blessed to have a spoiled winter, I'll just put it that way. And I'm
Nice.
definitely taking advantage and feeding myself the sun and beautiful environment.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I could feel the energy coming there. It's only
Yeah.
amplifying things. Like yesterday, I met with Diane and she is very grounding. And I feel like you and we just amplify. It's like,
Yeah.
it might be a problem. We'll have to
Yeah.
see if like the Zoom blows up. Normally your phone dies or something
Something
electronic just
happens.
fails. Yeah. So, and I got my woo-woo shirt on and you have
Love
your
that.
woo-woo bag, right?
Yes, I have my woo bag, and I also yesterday I was at the Mexica New Year celebration in San Jose, California. I picked up this Palo
Oh, nice.
Santo bracelet. Smells amazing, but it keeps that refreshing Palo Santo smell. And I do have my Summer Paradiso woo
Yes.
woo art bag with me too, and
Perfect.
also her. I call these the no BS cards because it's a yes no. There's no maybe so. It's yes or no, and I'm down for that direct. Yes, I can take that.
I love it. We'll have to pull some cards later because I just got a new deck today, and the first one that fell out was exactly what we're talking about today. So, of course. And
Yeah,
because,
that's exciting.
yeah, so just to give people some context, Nina and I have known each other since the beginning of time, but only met each other in this human life, what, a couple months ago, not even that long ago, with less than 6 months, and immediately kind of
Less
obsessed
than six
on
months,
each
yeah.
other. Yeah. And
Immediately, I was like, I have to move to Vermont. How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to move to Vermont?
I know.
How am I
It's
going to
like
acclimate? I was immediately making life changes.
it's like a cruel trick that I'm all the way in Vermont and you're way the heck as far as humanly possible in our country. But that's okay. We
Yeah,
can like astral project or something.
exactly. We have the tools. They're giving us them, so we can.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Nina and I have deeply connected also because of light language, which we talked about. So Summer Paradiso, who made that beautiful bag, and the Oracle, she, Nina did a, would you call it a workshop in
Retreat. I did a
retreat?
retreat. Yeah, it was a soul retreat. It was something for healing, something to process. I really did need um, female guidance to clear a lot of um, past stuff that I kind of just harbored in me. When they say that you hold on to experiences that develop, it's kind of a trauma wheel. And I needed to clear that in order to envelop the this real experience of light that source is trying to allow me to experience. And her light language just really did rock that out of me. It's like my body knew exactly what to do, and her body knew exactly what to do for me during that time of processing. So it was just an overall uh, it was seriously a magical experience, and my body was ready for it from the beginning. It's like immediately when I got there, I didn't want to eat, didn't want to sleep. I just wanted to work, and
Yeah.
I think it was for all of this, so that I could be able to discover that I could translate multiple languages because I had no idea that I could until after that experience and when I got back. you shared your new language with me. And then that's when I also discovered that you and Summer were speaking the same dialect. It's like I was
Mhm.
taken back and centered in between both of you while you guys are sharing your light language. And it slowed everything down. And then I could hear you guys like harmonizing. It was
Yeah.
the most beautiful experience. And I came out of that like, holy moly. Like I can't even describe the experience, but it was, yeah, it's the it's the craziest thing because I'm all the way in California, and Source was able to show me you Summer on the right in Mexico and you on the left in Vermont, and I'm sitting here in California, and I'm like, what is happening? But the experience, it was so man, it was life changing. It was very life changing. But now I understand that I can just sit in the energy and experience the light languages and then be able to, yeah, just start receiving messages, images. Um, yeah, images. The description of the entities that are presenting the channel, those things come first, and then I start to see the actual message. So just the way
Mhm.
that spirit has decided for me to experience it, that this is a lot of fun. I'm having fun and I'm going with it.
I know, and I love it because I can't directly translate yet, and I've talked to my guides about that. It was like, is that going to happen? Is it meant to happen? Because light language for most people, we don't actually have to translate. But what a gift that you were right there, and for whatever reason, you have full access, which is so beautiful. One of my little
Yeah.
bullets to talk about today is Nina's notebook. Like, I want to know every single time because you get this look on your face, like, ah, and you're writing. I'm like, what is she
Yeah.
writing? I need to see this
You know,
notebook.
they start talking to me and they start showing me. Um it's kind of like the teacher is talking in the background, but
Mhm.
the images on the television start really showing me the context of it. Like when you guys, man, I am actually, that's a very good thing for me. I like doing that. I like being able to challenge myself. So I would love to be able to verbalize that experience. I literally just talked to my husband about this yesterday. I was like, I really wish that I could describe what I'm seeing because the way that they show it to me, it's like AI. Like I could see this. I know
Mhm.
what I'm seeing. Like seeing Summer. Summer was, she wasn't Summer. She was this big light entity, and
Yeah.
she has these huge hands, and she's just shuffling us all in. Like, come on, like we're all
Yeah.
just getting in here. You have to relax and feeling that too, feeling being the student being, pushed into class. That is an experience, and like those are the experiences that I'm like, oh, okay, this is how light language reaches me.
Mhm.
This is how it reaches me, and I mean, it's beautiful. I love it so much. So
I
let's
feel
do
like
this.
that sun behind you is perfect right now too. Like the way the light is coming out is like, yep, you're right in it right now.
Yes, yeah, I
So
get a lot of juice from my environment for sure.
yeah. So can you talk a little bit about the hand over the mouth thing? Because we just touched
Oh,
on that on Friday, and I think that's so interesting.
yeah, that is something that I just discovered. At one time, we were channeling light language, and I wanted to speak, but I was more anxious about knowing what I was going to say. I'm so bad at that. I'm like, just get to the point. I want to know the point. I didn't want to take the long way and speak light language and then have to translate it. So my natural instinct was to cover my mouth. And the
Yeah.
moment I covered my mouth, I could hear the channeling come in my head. And I was like, oh, this is easier. I can just hear what I'm gonna say. It was just uh, a cool trick that
Mhm.
spirit kind of showed me that I could do. Cover my mouth and you'll be able to hear it in your head.
Mm.
Or cover my eyes and I will be able to see a symbol a lot clearer. Or cover both eyes. And when I cover both eyes, it really takes me um, to a more meditative state. And it's almost like I'm in a position to be able to see those bypass messages that I see, where
Mm-hmm.
I get to see what you're seeing
Mm-hmm.
or see what you're experiencing or hear what you're about to receive. Um, that as well. So whenever I cover both of my eyes, I'm kind of taken into a state where I could see what the messenger or the facilitator is sending to the other person around me. So that is something really cool. These are, yeah, I told an artist yesterday, she said it perfectly. She's like, I feel like once spirit starts with you, it doesn't stop until you're done. And
Oh
I was like,
gosh.
exactly. And
Yeah.
that's, yeah, we're on the ride.
Yeah, this genie is not going back in the bottle. Like yesterday, I was like, put your boots on, girls, and get in the car because it's go time. We're getting slushies at the 7-Eleven, and there's no turning back. It's like we just pile in like, yes,
Yes,
we've been waiting for this for so long. Let's go.
agree. Agree.
So,
I love this so much.
yeah, I love
Sorry.
you.
I'm in
Um,
gratefulness right now.
So people might not know. I mean, I have a lot of light language channeling on my channel, but it just got started. So some people might find this and not know what we're talking about. Do you have a way that you think of what light language is?
I definitely do. I've described it to, there is a new person in our group, but I've described it to her as there is an angel singing. If you believe in that there's angels out there, or you believe in that there is a frequency of God's message being sent down to us, we're just the people that pick it up in the language to which it is received here. That is
Mhm.
all. That is all that it is. It's the same as speaking in tongue at church. So I have a friend who was an ordained priest. She did it all. And the moment I realized that I could understand light language, I called her and I was like, I can understand tongue. This is the same thing. They told me, like I could hear them. And the difference is that I've been shown is just like there's these little itty bitty frogs that exist for real on Earth.
Yep.
And when they scream, to us, it sounds like a, but to them, it's like, "Rah!" And so the same concept with the angels. So to them, what I'm shown is it doesn't come out the way that we receive it. It comes out almost like a screech, but within those screeches, within that projection, there's languages within, there's a message within, and it's kind of like timelines where you get that frequency and it's received to you, and that's how it comes out. And I also that's why so many can come in, is because it's one big message, but they come in different frequencies. And I believe those are the different light languages. And you're just picking up on that message in its different, in those different little sections there of the message. That's how it
Hmm.
shows to me. It's like breaking down a music tone and separating the tone from the beat. It's almost like that.
Yeah, it's like endlessly fascinating too. So if people want to watch, we just did a live with Summer Paradiso, who Nina mentioned, and JJ. She is from Tuta Speak. So she's spoken her light language for about 10 years. Summer and I both started just last fall, and Nina started translating. So we're relatively recent. But it's so interesting how differently ours come through. Like Tuta is one entity that has, gotten very, very close with JJ. For Summer, it's like a funnel of like every light being that ever was just kind of cramming into a small space. They're like all giving her the information. And for me, it's like six very distinct entities that I see every time. But what you see sometimes isn't, the same as what I see. And the way I understand that is totally normal because, like you said, there's like a beam of light coming down, and it's not just like a pinpoint, it's wide. And so I can take this strand
Mm-hmm.
to take this strand, and they're both this, accurate. And that's why when we do groups and things, I just tell people like, look, your brain isn't even involved in this. It's going to skip right over your brain and go right into your soul. and it will interpret it the way that you need it to. But yeah, so if people are interested in that, it's Tuta Speaks. The live is cool because we can also have conversations like JJ and
Hmm.
I will talk, Summer and I will talk at the same time, and somehow Nina can translate all of that. When I listened back, I was like, that was a lot. That was a lot.
Yes. And I got messages from people. I got a lot of messages from people telling me that they're experience tingling and they experience like a lot of pressure. Is this normal? Yes, 100% normal. That is something that I want to make sure that everybody knows. It's like your experience is going to be physical in some cases, whether you like it or not. And the even cooler thing is that it will push out those emotions. So if you have any emotion within you that you're holding on to or holding in your center, light language could shake it out very easily because it's such a different it's a different concept of attack, I guess, or of penetration.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so that's the only way that I could really explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I put that out there too. There are physical tinglings, there's pressure in your head. You know, you have to breathe through those things. We have to allow your body to let you know how you're going to facilitate this energy. I'll just start moving, and some are the same thing. When you watch that
Yeah.
YouTube, you'll see. Um, you have to listen to your body and know what your body needs to move while you're doing these things
Hmm.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know Summer does art, beautiful art with the light codes written in it, and I move my hands in the mudra shapes while I'm channeling the light language. So, and I did some dancing, some ecstatic dance, and my body started doing that while I was dancing. So, for people who listen, it can be very activating, and you might end up start like Nina did, start talking. It's almost like an urge or to
Yeah.
write or whatever it is. It will just, you don't have to learn it necessarily. You just need to remember that it's already inside you, kind of thing, which
Yeah.
is really, really cool. So do you want to do any of that right now, or would you want to, is this not feel like the right time for that kind of thing?
No, we could do it. I'm
Okay.
good with that. Yeah, the body is, yeah, we need this.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I'm
just
gonna
last
put
year.
my beats on, change my headphones, and that way I
Oh,
can
okay.
be more enveloped.
Okay. So,
Yeah. Yeah, better.
yep. Can you hear me okay?
Okay. Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Okay, so Nina intimately knows all six of my light language entities. Um, you
Yeah.
lovingly call one of them uncle. Um, do you have a
Yeah.
request?
He just comes so like I'm humbled by his energy, and it feels like I've worked with him before directly. Like I was under his wing at some point. It feels like that. So I'm comfortable with him.
Okay, and so just so I'm sure, it's the second one, the very forceful masculine one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and I won't say what I see when I do it until afterwards, just in case people want to experience it. And so I'll just do a short dose of Uncle. I'll try not to
Okay.
blast your ears out. Is the volume all right for you?
No, I want it. Trust me, I'm
Okay.
good. Yeah,
All right. So
just
yeah, for people, if you're listening and you really want to receive those, just take a few deep breaths together with me and Nina.
you might be, yeah.
What are you wanting? You're wanting to let people know to
I
come
want
to
to
the
start.
center.
Yeah, we have come to your center, be very calm, and then just allow.
Hmm. Yeah, we often say just breathe and receive. You don't have to do anything. Okay, and this will come through as very masculine, like a Maori haka. Hue chena kai I ke wo ne a hai se te ke mai u e che te wa u ke hani shewe hani shewe a kai te wa ti. Unea toe ha'i ko shane ke ai. Hani shete we na uka. Hani chete we u te wa hu te. Ani shete ke wa hua. Hua te na kai ke wa ta u se te wa hi ke na kai I to an se te. Ha'iche atua huto makaya hite wa ineta hueche a tua hakina kawa ite unse te wa u te wa dineke hai se te me kai ito inko chetamai hai se te kewe a hue hu. See,
I love him.
Nina's doing the hand over the mouth and the notebook, and I'm like desperate to know what both of them are saying.
Understands? That's what he told me at the end. He told me straight up from Kill Bill when the guy comes in from the back when he was like, "Can you make the?" He's cussing and he's like, "Can you make the tea?" And he was like, "You know, if I was this general, then I would be this by now." And the guy's like, "But now I'm the one in charge. Understand?" So he's telling me that like as hard as I give it to you, as hard as this is gonna come, because we need to rebuild. We're rebuilding. This is what this is. He's the foundation of the plan. So the foundation of the plan is we're going to be building a way to journey using the way that they showed it to me was wood, not metal, wood. And what this translates as is the natural element of earth. We're going to be using the earth that connects more with us to rebuild. We're preparing the ground. They were preparing us, the ground beneath us. So even within ourselves, the ground beneath us is what we're working. It's going to be hard, and even in some cases, the energy is going to flip your world upside down. And like china cabinets, he showed me these beautiful teacups, and then them just dropping and glass breaking, but then glass breaking into a beautiful mosaic on the floor where they all fell where they were supposed to be originally.
Oh my God,
And
Nina.
then it says like things are going to break. It's going to feel like the world is upside down, but beneath that are flowers and bloom. Understand?
I know. I feel like spirit has to shake us because our brains are so puny compared to theirs that they're like they legit need us to know like are you following us? Like
Yes, like the trees will fall, but they'll fall for a reason in order. It's for us to use. The glass will break, but it will fall in a pattern that we will recognize. And
wow.
beneath that is where we will find that beauty in that break. So there's a lot of people going through things right now that feels like a struggle and it feels like you have to sit in it. You do not have to sit in it. The point is not to only observe, it's to act.
Mm-hmm.
Be an active observer. Yeah.
Yeah, this is perfectly timed. I mean, so much chaos in the world, it can feel like everything is breaking in that way, and it's very difficult to see it falling in those patterns that we actually need or are necessary to the move to the next stage.
Mm-hmm.
Evolution needs things to be broken down first, and it's so difficult, the lived experience from the human side. But I love that
Yes.
Spirit is very consistent with their messaging about that. Like, in order for us
Yes.
to move on to the next stage that's, elevated, crystalline, all of those things where we can access these greater frequencies and light more often, we have to get rid of the old. And I don't know, that feels like a
Correct.
beautiful metaphor of what Uncle just said. Um,
Yeah.
so how do you see Uncle again? What's he look like for you?
Yeah, he's pretty similar to yours. He has that Kill Bill, her trainer look, but he's very stout though, almost Mongolian. Wider shoulders. Yeah, he's very like intimidating upon looking at him, where you could tell like a man would be kind of like, oh shit, who's this guy? But then he turns out to be just like just a guy, you know? Like that's how he comes across. Like very subtle in his approach, brown pants. You know, humble
Yeah.
but knowing. So and very strong in his energy. I can feel him. I can feel his individuality when he is presenting. I can feel when he comes and I can feel when he leaves. And
Yeah.
that's the thing that makes me, it's like if that's the case, that's what makes me very like um wondrous or very amorous of his energy, where I put myself in my place when he comes. So it's
Uh-huh.
very, I love how they're showing me, they want me to point out that the images of the people that they showed me building these bridges, the people are not dressed like they have a lot of clothes that are well taken care of. So I want to acknowledge that as well. That's how they know we are in a place of what we see as struggle,
Yeah.
But they want us to acknowledge that it is only a place right now. Um,
as we know the time has flipped and changed. So don't, yeah, it feels like that, but it's not as such. When you have so much peace inside and what you're finding within this, that's the worth, that's the brightness, and that's what you wear that shines.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So do you have any strong like messages that have come through from spirit about like the pending split? Basically, like it feels like there's a collapsing of the timelines, and essentially people are going to choose in a way what their path is going to be. One kind of more aligned with love and unity, and the other one more with fear and separation. Um, and have you been getting, this has really been like pulsing in me lately that it's imminent. It feels like we're
Yeah,
almost in it at the moment. What are you getting?
I totally relate with that. I get that all the time. I am constantly seeing, it's the way that spirit shows it to me is like, okay, so spiritual people. Okay, so they showed it to me this last time as spiritual people being um what was it, the nutcracker?
Yeah.
So so spiritual people being the nutcracker and the soldiers, and everyone else were the ballerinas and kind of like la di da in the play of life, or in their part, their position in life, the part that they play in life, they're in it twirling, and we're actually sitting here working and connecting with our true essence, the thing that really connects us, the thing that you feel when you hug people and you're
Mm,
like, oh wow, like wow, what a powerful hug, what a beautiful hug. Like that's what we're doing. And then I see the other people all just kind of in similar positions, and that's why I believe they showed them to me as ballerinas, because they're all going to be in a similar boat where they're like, life is hard, or life is like this for me, and you're like, yeah, I know. And it's for her, and it's for him, and it's for him. And you guys are all kind of tapped into that same energy frequency, where everyone else is trying to maintain a consciousness and awareness of all the frequencies and timelines. I think that's a big thing that spirit shows me a lot and all the time. Like I can see and I can feel when people are here and connected, or
yeah.
just here as a human? Like, are
Uh,
you just having the human experience, Is that that's what you're doing? Okay, that's cool. Have fun.
Yeah.
But and you can feel, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's nice for now. No, I'm just kidding. And then like everyone else, you feel a connection, or those are the people that make eye contact and say good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that are experiencing and seeing the small and beautiful things. And
Mm.
then when I see that, it becomes even more like, oh, good, thank God we exist outside of me and my group. So these are, yeah, this is definitely an important moment in time. And I want to mention that the last time when you guys did your reading, Summer and you were both coming in with your this positive, balanced energy, which such force and light. It was like I wish I was in the middle of that. I'm like, squash me. Like I just wanted to receive both messages, but yeah, but definitely the difference in the human experience versus the spiritual experience. You could see it, and I believe that's what our point is and purpose is here. It's just a little bit of curiosity, even if it's like, what the heck are they doing?
Yeah.
It's planted. You're welcome. See you later. Next lifetime it's going to follow you, and I believe that's the main goal.
Yeah, we had that vision of the big fishing nets that they throw out, right? The ones that are very compact, and then you and I are like on the shore and we're like, it's like way out there. Scoop them on up, girl.
Yep.
Let's go. Scoop up as
Here
many
we
as we
come.
can.
Exactly. Yeah,
Uh,
that's our mission here. And I think that's the tale, is to remove the fear. So by announcing our experiences, like when I'm receiving your light language, it feels like I'm being chased and I know I need to run. And like my body's feeling like it's running, but it's still like I can facilitate the energy. I know that I can breathe it in. What I imagine is like circulating the energy between me and a tree. If you Google that, you'll see that visual, and that's how I feel the energy. And if it becomes too much, I like to connect it with my outside energy, with almost the galactic that is outside of our aura, that buzzing energy. I'll send it there, and that way it knows it doesn't only need to be in this energy pocket, it can be in that energy pocket as well. So I want to mention that because I know people have access to that feeling as well.
Yeah, so we've been talking a lot about us learning how to handle this energy because it's no joke, right? I mean, this is serious. And after the eclipse and Sekhmet came in, and we can
Yes.
talk about the Egyptian ladies because they are
Yes.
badass
Very
and
much.
they're stronger than anything I have ever felt. And when that first hits you, it's like, oh, I'm just a tiny little human body. Like, what are you expecting me to do with this? It's like shooting out of, like, I don't know how to, like, you and I both kind of run around the house, like, hug me.
Yeah. Relax.
I don't know what to do with this. And how to learn how to ground, but also not needing like external things necessarily, that our own bodies can do that, and finding pockets and remembering, like I can touch my hand to my heart and feel my hand and like my butt on the seat. And like there are things that we can do that I am not good at yet. This is like a learning and process, but yeah, certainly you don't have to be afraid of the energies that we put out with the light language because it's already been like transmuted and there's nothing scary. I've never once had anything that was oogie. I mean, it's light language because it's light. It is filled with like a ridiculous amount of love, and the messages are for healing and for transforming and readying us and activating more light. So, yeah, absolutely, there's nothing to be afraid of. But it is, I don't know, an 11 out of 10 on the woo-woo scale, would you say?
It is. I would. And that's why when my friends were texting me and being like, I feel pressure, I felt tingling, and all I told them was, your body just introduced how it remembers.
Yeah.
That's it. It's showing you how it's remembering. It knows what she's saying on the inside past you.
Yeah.
Like how your body knows you're going to get sick before you do. Same thing. Your body knows this language before you do, you're just going to have to wait and find out and just keep coming back and keep listening and keep sparking it, feeding it in a different way, and then learning to, I would do like some type of breath work and learn how to facilitate the energy and movement of that, of it, because it is a lot. And I had to learn. I'm speaking with my eyes closed because I'm taking myself back to those times where I had to learn how to move it, because it did feel like it takes your breath away when it hits you, when it's coming from them directly. It hits you in a way where it literally would take my breath away. But I already knew my body could handle it, and that my energies outside of myself that carry me could handle it also. Mm-hmm. And that was just a natural instinct I had. You know, I'm very trusting of myself, and that's something that I believe helps me a lot. Is I trust me. I trust what my gut is saying. I trust what my hands are doing. I trust how my body is responding, because it is light. So I have no reason to feel anything different. I can feel the safety as if it is a person that I've known my whole life.
Yep. And that's what I really admire about you, Nina. I think I said this in the group the other day, but just how you kind of throw yourself in with childlike abandon. You know, you're just like, wow, what's going to happen? You know, like, and like, let's go, everybody. And sometimes I'm like, it's too powerful. And, you know, the human part sneaks in there like a little jerk, but you've just got this beautiful way of like, here we go. Yep. And I love to just like tap into the Nina-ness of it all. And, you know, that's the thing that I'd say I'm working on the most. But do you want to talk about our Snuggie Bear story? Because sure. I think that's our first interfacing, right?
Yes, it is. So we were in our mediumship class or psychic class with Nicole Pope, and we were having a one-on-one, and Diane, our friend Diane, started to talk about water and how she was meditating. And Diane and I are slightly connected by our major 3 signs. We have the same exact signs: Gemini, Aries, and Scorpio moon. So she was speaking about a meditation she was in and imagining herself in water. And I had just rewatched over and over again somebody's video of submerging underwater, under this clear water, and moving through rocks, moving through a river. And rivers are my favorite too. I go camping every year, and rivers are my favorite. So I was there mentally in my head, and then all of a sudden I see somebody on the top of a rock falling backwards into this huge teddy bear. And I'm like, wait, I'm in water. And it was like, it was so cool, because it was my subconscious in my subconscious. So I'm in a meditative state, and it's like I see somebody fall back into the bear, and I'm like, so I write it down. And then Danra starts to share her experience that she had with her guides, to which her guides told her, no matter what happens, if you fall back, we will always catch you. And they put her in a bunch of bears falling back into a bear. So of course I'm like, look at my book.
Yeah, Snuggie Bear.
I wrote down big bear fallback. I was like, and that was my first experience where I knew, like, we're connected. How is it that I could see what you saw? And you like, I didn't even know I would ever have that capability until you came and that happened. And then slowly I started to see it in class with other people. I'm like, holy crap, I can see what you guys are about to receive, or I can hear what you're about to receive. It's like it is like a radio frequency, and I'm just intercepting. But you were the very first person I saw it with. And like just like I said earlier, I was like, how am I going to move to Vermont? Like, how do you casually become a Vermont neighbor?
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I didn't know you lived here.
I would love that more than anything. You're so talented and interconnected with all of us, Nina. I mean, you seem to have these experiences all the time now. Like, I just thought that that's what you always have done. So I'm kind of surprised that mine was one of the first ones. But yeah, for anybody out there who's like, this is a bunch of garbage crap. This is not, it's like, how do you explain that then, right? That she was doing her thing and wrote Snuggie. And then I come in, I'm like, I was on the edge of a cliff and I'm like, I don't want to go. Who's gonna catch me? I can't just have faith. And it was just like, just do it. Yeah, fell backwards, like, hee hee. Like it was adorable. They're like, you're so soft. Like I didn't even fall. Like the bear was there before I even, hit
Yes.
perpendicular. So anyway, and we have this all the time when we have our meetings, right?
Yes.
It's just like,
Correct.
oh, have you seen the
All the time.
movie Amelie? And the person starts crying because it's like that was my person, their favorite movie. It's like, okay, good. That I am inspired by evidence because I was very skeptical at first too. But once you do this
Right.
for a while, it's impossible not to just trust it. It's like, wow, spirit, well done. Well done.
Yes. And it goes from like, oh my gosh, to thank you. Thank you. I needed that. Thanks
Yeah.
so much. Thanks for looking out. And it grows into a serious relationship. Like I have people and energies looking out for me beyond myself. That is amazing how much love we have to hold within our heart to be able to facilitate that frequency on an ongoing basis.
Hmm.
This is not crap or a poop or whatever you want to call it. It is so connected with yourself, and you get to become full of love, and you get to be able to give that all the time and feel safe in every environment because you're going to be led the right way to
Yeah.
trust. Like I get on roller coasters and I put my hands up before we even take off. Like that's how I want to experience all of it. It's like I'm the first one, like hands up, who's doing it with me?
Yeah,
You
let's
can't put your
go.
hands down once you put them up. It's like, yeah, we're going. Like this is it. And that's how I feel with life, and that's how I feel with spiritualism. It's just like I'm gonna go all in, might as well. I mean, everything else physical is a lot harder and has made this perception less perceived as attainable. It's not perceived as attainable because it's so distant, but it's not. It's like everything else outside disconnects you from that. So I would really, really just journey into attempting this, attempting to imagine your favorite movie scene in your head. Okay, wherever you imagine your favorite movie scene in your head, that's where spirits can leave messages. So just start playing movies there all the time. Or if a scenario reminds you of a movie or something you heard on TV, play it in that place. That is what spirit wants you to do, is to develop the imagination, the trust, and the love for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had said something when you were with Tom about this being the most normal thing ever, right? Like part of
Oh,
this
yeah.
is us like normalizing this. This is no longer weird. It's more weird to not do this as far as because it's like it's time to remember, y'all. Like we are not, just from here, and these things are not coincidences. It will open up soon enough. I think the world, disclosure is going to happen, and very soon people will be like confronted with this whole new idea of being. Um, but yeah, the messages from spirit are consistently like, if only you could see yourself the way that we see you. Like,
Yes.
oh, she doesn't like her t-shirt today. She doesn't, her hair's doing a whoop-de-whoop. Isn't that, dear? Like, and these issues that we have on Earth are just, you know, if they could only feel we could see ourselves with the love that they have for us. It's so unconditional, which many people on Earth
Right.
don't really have access to. So it's understandable, but it's like they are relentlessly unconditionally loved, no judgment. What a beautiful place to like experience.
And that's how I loved my whole life. I thought everybody did. And I was on a journey to discover that not everybody does love you unconditionally. And that's where it's like, wait, what? You mean this whole time? This whole time that's what the frequency mishap was? Is that?
Yeah.
So I want to just say that this journey has definitely showed me a different side and a different amount and a different kind of love. Like it's so pure that like you text me. I feel crusty when I don't talk to you guys in a couple for a couple of days, and I'm like, yes, because it's so like I told my husband this the other day. I said the love and connection that I feel with these women and this spiritual sense, and with Tom too, it's just like it's so beyond the human experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why would I even, I told him, why would I even need any more human friends?
Yeah.
Hello. It's like, look at this type of love. If anything, you better get over here, get out of the human experience, get in this one, because this one
Yeah.
shows so much more pure connection. And we're all friends based off of energy. And I love that the most. That's my favorite thing about all of our friendship. It's off of energy and just pure honesty and real unconditional love. That's what we're building this off of, and that's safe.
Yes, and our ability to be authentically in our community and just it is so elevating. Like right now, the divine feminine is just pumping out, and there's just this like, I have a deep yearning. I think I just talked with Diane, who's another member of this group, on her YouTube videos coming out tonight about it was like we all had this yearning, like homesickness for a long time. And then
Yes.
us coming together in Nicole's group, like, was, oh my God, here they are, all of them. And it's like when we get together, there's such an amplification of the energy and a sense of like, finally, people who don't think I'm a big weirdo, like, or just let it fly. We love that part of all of each other, and we all bring a different aspect that like enhances everything. Like, no one person stands alone. It's always a communal kind of connection. I love it. I love it so much. And I love
Yes.
you. I love everyone in the group, what they bring.
I love you also.
Uh, it like pains
I
me that we're
know.
gonna have to say goodbye. I'm like,
I
stop.
know. Shut up. Nuh-uh. It's like, well,
Yeah.
and that's the thing too, is like, yeah, the connections the connections before the human experience makes it so much more invaluable. It really does. There's like nothing don't put a value on it. Let's just expand it, but like we'll just open it up and so that other people can experience this. I mean, if you want to feel like just naturally in your la la land and you wonder how those people just drive with a smile on their face, like this is how I'm going to continue. Like it literally does, like it feeds the positivity in me, which is great because rainy days can bring rainy attitudes, and this is the type of easy relationship that we can, even in my solidarity, I can count on to feel a communal essence. So
Yeah. And it's just reminding me that we don't have like toxic positivity too, because there's that duality there. Like you can only have light with the dark. And as much as you can hold light, you can hold an equal amount of dark. So part of it, and this is what I'm working on, and I'm not quite all the way there yet, is facing that darkness, our own shadows or fears without fear, basically. And Sekhmet, who we'd have to like have a whole other meeting about, because that's what she is. Like she embodies both sides, and I'm quite frankly a little afraid or intimidated by that side of her, and I have to like take a look at that. Like what is that that's holding me back?
yes.
And it's gonna take, so I'm just saying,
And I think
yeah.
I got a hit for that. Sorry, before you
Yeah.
go on. Bastet's. That's why they showed us Bastet's.
Yes.
So it's approach from Bastet's position, where we come in with our grace and a little bit more softness than our big sister, but we have an understanding of her power and we help her. We assist her. So I think that's what put me in the position where I just honor, I already know. I know the power that she has, so I'm kind of like, I already know. And as soon as I saw Bastet, I was like, oh, okay, I can snuggle here in this safety where she knows her sister. She's still connected to the energy, but I can facilitate this a little bit more because that's very strong. So I think tapping into Bastet's energy might facilitate that a little bit better for the both of us.
Yeah, yeah. So just for people who don't know, Sekhmet is an Egyptian goddess, and she has equal power to completely destroy as she does to heal. So that's the whole duality piece. And Bastet is like the more of the healing kind of aspect of her. Sekhmet is a lioness and Bastet is like a cat.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, what Nina is suggesting is that we kind of lean more into that Bastet because there's the power that's there, but not as much of the dark.
Intensity.
Yeah, well, we'll still have to face that darkness. But yeah, I
Mm.
actually channeled Sekhmet the other day, and she was very clear about facing it. Like, you have no fear. There is nothing to be afraid of. Look at your darkness and just be. Like, you are
Yeah.
like the predator of the darkness. It doesn't have any power over you at all, you know?
Right. Yes.
And when
Good.
you, yeah, when you live in this world, it's kind of hard to remember that though, right? When there's like
Right.
wars and crap going on, it's hard to. But anyway, we'll have to have a whole other hour on just the Egyptian goddesses because I know that Isis is coming calling to you, right? Yeah.
Correct. She has.
And when I see you, I see full Egyptian. We must have had a lifetimes or something in Egypt together because that's always
100%.
what comes through. Okay.
That's
So
100%.
did you have a card that you pulled? Because I've got Soul Family and Under the Water here. I feel like you said that you have a lot of water in your, there's dolphins and whales. It says, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Yes.
Oh, I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's the card of the day, actually. I don't have a card. Let's go with
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
And look, it's the two. This is like us right now. We're kind of hanging
Yes.
out by the water.
Yes, we are. I love your background.
Yeah. So, can you say a little more about what the significance of water for you? Because I know that's really strong for you.
Yeah, well, I've always had a calling to water. When I used to live actually right up the block from here, I used to walk to the water all the time. I was just called. Um, I've always been the typical first one in, last one out, first one in the pool, last one out. Nina, you have to get out of the water now. And and like even in the rivers, I just love connecting with water. It's just it's an entity that wants to connect with me as well. I do have Kukulkan. He is also a Mayan god. He is the serpent winged god. But even in essence, beneath him, he brings a water source to me. So yeah, it's always just been a calling. I have water. I'm a Gemini, um, of air and water and fire, and but the element that calls the most is the one that I believe on Earth is the most powerful, which is water. I mean,
Mhm.
it could swallow us whole. It has
Mhm.
so much power. I think that is the element that I've had the most respect for my whole life and
Mhm.
most interaction with my whole life. I've been a beach baby.
Mhm.
I've been a water baby. So it was definitely within me. But also I even Ostara, who was it? Who presented themselves to me in front of the water as well. You were there. I was in a reading with you. Um Ishtar. Ishtar presented himself to me as an entity in front of the beach, in front of water. And literally, he showed me himself in between the earth and where the water meets the earth, kind of like where you are, right there.
Mhm.
Right there. And that was significant. He was showing me there was a significant in both realms. So just in every direction. Nicole Pope also gave me a reading the first time I met her, and she told me there's a water entity that calls to you. And I connected with that always. I still haven't discovered who exactly it is, but
Mhm.
I'm interested to find that out on this journey. I found all my other elemental connections, and I believe that the water one may come later.
Yeah, I'm feeling just dolphins, but I don't know if there's
Oh
an
yeah.
entity that is just dolphin focused, but
I've
yeah.
had an experience with my astral projection. I used a dolphin initially to experience what it felt like to swim like that, and
Oh
it
wow.
was it was an amazing experience because I could feel the side of my body. I
Yeah.
had so much
Yeah.
power. It was just like I can remember it in my head and where they took me, but I embodied that experience, and that has always been dolphins, water creatures. I mean, yeah. I was told in Disneyland one time by one of my friends, like, stop touching all the damn plants, please. And I'm like, it's so pretty. It's like, please stop touching all the plants. Like, you might break out in something. And I was like, I don't think so. I just think they're really cute. Like, I just, all everything that Earth has presented to me, I see it in its own energetic value. So I honor it with its beauty, even if it's little. But water feeds all of that too. So it's even within it. So it's just like I just hold that constant connection to it.
Hmm. Beautiful. So, Nina, I don't want to go, but I do have one last question, and maybe we can stretch it out extra long but I also want you to enjoy your beautiful beach day. I'm very jealous.
Oh, I'm here all day. I'm 30 minutes
Okay.
away. You have no.
Um, so is there something that you would, just in case people are newbies and they're still watching and listening and starting to get interested, like, oh, I'm not afraid anymore. Like, what is it that you wish a newbie would know about starting a spiritual journey, basically, and opening your eyes to it?
I would learn to listen to myself in the easiest ways. I think the best thing that I learned is honing in on the smaller things, but that's because I've always listened to my gut. But
Hmm.
people who don't have that natural instinct to listen to their gut, that kind of just, oh, well, maybe this is okay. I would start building that trust within yourself. I think that is the biggest thing, is to trust what you hear, see, feel,
Hmm.
and mock mock that experience within your life, within your scenarios, within your present. Mock that. So, like, the energy that I hold, I carry it with me wherever I go. And if the experience alters that feeling, I'm out.
Hmm.
But the most important thing is the connection now for me is the connection I hold with spirit. So I can't fall out of this trust. I can't sway and look elsewhere. I can't. The trust is already there. I already know that the person that I can trust the most is myself. I already know that all my guides and I've been led to where I've needed to be for a reason. I'm barely starting here, and there's all these little trinklets that have led me here. Like I bought Reiki stickers 4 years ago, and I barely got certified 2 years ago. So
Hmm.
it's like I had no Reiki was nowhere. I just liked the stickers. So and tarot. I have so many tarot collections over the years, never opened them, barely starting. So it's like I follow, ask for your path to be laid out again. If you feel like if you don't have that, lay it out in front of you by asking the universe to lay it out in front of you, and trust that the very first moment you see it, even if you trip and fall, is part of the path. Everybody trips and falls. Um, I've, you'll be tested, but you learn about those tests by becoming more aware of what triggers you, of how your responses are, and also start recognizing your patterns and the patterns in life. That is one thing that saved my relationship, is recognizing a pattern that
Mhm.
didn't feed our hearts and feed our connection. So I had to
Right.
point it out and say, hey, I noticed this pattern of toxicity that we keep dipping into every 2 weeks. Um, let's move out of that. Let's change
Mhm.
that. Let's change our days. Let's alter our being. So that is something also, even if you do it with yourself, is start recognizing patterns, because the moment you start doing it for yourself and your relationships, then all the other relationships become more recognizable. So now I see, oh, I can't hang out with this friend because this friend has a pattern of this that doesn't really feed me in a positive way. Removing myself. You have to be okay with removing yourself. You're not hurting anybody's feelings. Everybody will get over it. You need to be on your path. And that's where I am. That's
Mhm.
that's the biggest lesson, is pattern recognition, um and being very curious about this connection and what connections can grow within you as well, and spirit.
Mhm. Yeah, that curiosity just breeds openness kind of as part of it. Channel your Nina. We should make a little t-shirt, because Nina just throws herself right in there. She's like, wow, yes, I
Yeah.
love. So that curiosity immediately has openness attached to it. You're
Yeah.
not judging or saying this is weird or humans can't do this. So I love that. And that kind of plays into that absolutely anybody can do this at any time. Like it's not too late. You didn't have to be born with it. I just started doing this like less than a year ago, and I'm, total left brain person. Like you absolutely can just uh surrender to it in a new way, like access different parts of how your brain sees the world. And
But that
yeah.
childlike nature, that's what we're connecting with. Reconnect with that child. Reconnect with that little, your childlike heart that you used to have. I love that kid. I honor her. I mean, that's one thing that I healed the most, is that little girl who thought that she had to be by herself because people didn't like her. It's like, no, you had to be by yourself because you had to grow to listen to you. You had to be by yourself because you had to learn that nobody's going to be nicer to you than you. And that's okay with me now, because now I'm like, whoo, save me a lot of drugs. Like, I'm not trying any drugs that all my friends tried. There was just experiences that I feel like I had no right to even be around. And look at what spirit did. It put me in a position to where friends would leave me for years to go try bad things, and they didn't want to be around me when they did it.
Hmm.
It's like that right there. It's like, I didn't want you to see me like that. Holding
Oh,
that honor, being that honor of a friend, that now when they come back out of the toxicity, I'm still here and I'm still me.
yeah.
I didn't lose love for you. I still love you the way that I met you as a child. And I think that's something that we might want to do now with these spiritual connections. And that's kind of what I did. I came in with my childlike heart, and I'm like, friend, friend, like everybody's friend, like, and it is weirdness, but it's now, it's not. Now it's just like, hey, I may have seen you falling back into a bear. And then you be like, I just saw that in my head with my guides. And I'm like, okay, good. I thought what I was going to say was going to be weird, but let's keep talking,
Yeah.
like that. It becomes a better, a safer connection, I
Hmm.
think.
I love that. And yeah, the other thing is I didn't realize that they're always around us and you just have to ask. Like literally you can say, yesterday I was driving in the snow in Vermont. And I was like, hey, can I just grab an angel for about 20 minutes just to make sure that I don't fly off the road? And like they're literally just waiting around and you can just like hire an angel. Here he comes or here they come. And
Yeah.
if you don't ask, I wasn't raised religious, so I didn't really pray, but I suppose that's what you're doing. Like if you're saying, and you're
Right.
not like begging them and please, I need this. It's more like, thank you for showing me the way to, you have a really good way of, I'm still learning that process of like how to ask without doing the please. And can you say more about that, about
Oh,
setting your intention
yes.
that way?
Yes. So in my natural state, I have an intention to connect with whatever energy it is, whoever it is. I connect with the part of the energy that is safe and strong.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, I have that as an uncle, a grandma, a grandpa, like somebody who will protect your heart. But I've also, my very first experience of sending angels out to do my work, um, I was okay. It was just it was a question. I said, "Hey, can you answer this question for me by showing me this?"
Oh,
And then I got kind of like I felt that I got like not like why should we do it or you shouldn't do that. And I was like, you know how much you know how much I love, and you know how I love. You know that I'm pure with my love. If this is the case, then you will show me this. And that's how I did it. Like, you know how I love. Like, hello, you guys taught me. Show me. And they did. They went out and showed me. And I got a phone call from the person, and it was like, hey, this just happened. And I was like, oh, okay, well, talk to you later. I
yeah,
gotta go
yeah,
talk to
yeah.
some angels. But immediately I felt that connection with love, purity, that natural childlike love, just like you said. It's really all about that. Like having it's just so open, it has no bounds, so you don't have to worry. Like that's how God loves, or source or spirit loves us. I've had that experience of love when I went to Mexico. I asked for it because, like you said, when you're here in this 3D, you're like, oh, this human experience, like, where's my real family? And I would cry. I would be in my sauna, like, they have to be here. They
Yeah,
have to just send them to me. And then slowly but surely, I started to find them here, like you, in this,
yeah.
in a different way, to show me that even in my solidarity here in California, that I have love out there. And that is how I kind of understood the concept of them all being here whenever we want. It's
Mm.
like we're just loving. We're out here. I'm out here loving the day. Why wouldn't they be here? Hello? Like in my blessed experience, I get to be in a place where the good supersedes. And that is what I think is going to clear the earth now, and
Mhm.
people now, is to see that this is an option, that this is, you're not weird, you're not different, you are weird, you are different, so get over here. Actually, get
Yeah.
over here. Yeah, yeah, we
Double
like them.
down.
Yeah, the weirder
Yeah.
the better. Like, actually,
Exactly.
scratch that. Yeah. And I think that yeah, we're welcome to it. It's so heart beating. It's just, it, like you said, 7 days, and I'm like, it's crusty. I need my
Yeah.
friends. Like,
I
I
know.
need that connection. I need to feel the elevated vibration. And then once you start experiencing an elevated vibration, you will feel it and be able to pick the right people to be around you and
Mm-hmm.
feed that part. It's like, that's what I think we stray from, is forgetting to feed the good within us that keep us feeling good in a natural state. Like, we don't need to be partying and doing all these things, but just in a natural state and calmness, I can close my eyes and be like, Danra, Diane, Summer, Monica, Carol, I can say that and
Mm-hmm.
be like, my team is out there right now with their
Yeah.
team. Like, I'm good. I'm so good. And no new friends, but I'm good. you know?
So you said we're like the Care Bears, right? Standing
Yeah,
in the
we
line like,
are. Yes. It's like that. It's like I've already put the images on on each of us. Like, I already know like who's Stormy Care Bear.
oh yeah, what color am I?
Oh, you're the lavender.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well, duh.
Okay.
Like, don't you see it too? But
Well,
yeah, I'm very happy for this.
So Diane said that she misses her Sparkle Face family, and I am so grateful that I have met my Sparkle Face family, and you and all of the other women you just named. I'm grateful every day. Yes,
Okay.
I'll have to buy a house in California, and you'll just have to have a house in Vermont, and we'll make an
Hey,
underground train or something, or
You're
just
picking up
learn
my
to
vibes.
teleport. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll just show up in your living room like, hello, Nina.
yes.
Astro projecting. Yeah. Oh, well, okay, we're gonna have to do this again. So,
Agreed.
Nina, my beautiful star sister, I could not be more appreciative of your friendship and who you are and what you bring and our connection and the connection to this whole group. I love you so much.
I love you
And
too. Thank
please support Nina. I'm gonna put links in the
you.
comments, but
Description.
yeah, the description. But Nina is going to be starting her own YouTube
Yes.
channel very soon, like
Yes.
immediately, I insist. So
March
please
20th.
go.
I'll be doing it on the real New Year. On the real
Ooh,
Earth New Year on March 20th. Yeah.
all
So that's a
right.
better date for me.
Please go support Nina because obviously she is just absolutely fantastic. So, Nina, enjoy your
Thank you.
beautiful day at the beach. I love you
Thank
so,
you.
so much.
Thank you so much. I love you too. Bye.
Bye.